Hello, my name is Fox, and I'm Fox. Quick review, I guess, first video of 2021. Probably should do better quality, but I want to get this out today, and I don't have a lot of time, I guess. But, Onyx Equinox, an anime that is a Crunchyroll exclusive because it is a Crunchyroll original anime, which I was able to watch. Few things. One, I really do like the anime. I love the mythology, especially AZTEC mythology. I love how this anime is really cool because, one, AZTEC mythology, that alone is pretty badass. Like, the gods literally are just like, oh yeah, we need blood sacrifices, and there's like blood-powered technology too, like, well, kind of. Like, there's the knife that the main character, basically, short summary, Quetzalcoatl and Tezcatlipochtli, I want to say that's right, but I'm pretty sure it's not, make a bet after the king of the underworld comes up and eats a town. Makes a bet, because and like in the actual mythologies, Quetzalcoatl and Tezcatlipochtli are fighting on who is gonna, like, how to save humanity. Quetzalcoatl obviously wants to save humanity. Quetzalcoatl, I'm pretty sure that's still saying it wrong, wants to end it. Quetzalcoatl then basically making a bet, saying, I will take the weakest, low of the low human there is. He will be my champion, and if he can close all 5 gates to the underworld, because the underworlds all have these gates made by the Olmecs, which the Olmecs, I think it's just an ancient civilization, I think. I don't think they're gods, are they? I think they're just an ancient civilization. Olmecs, the 5 gates, close all 5 gates, Quetzalcoatl can, humanity gets to survive another century or however, because again, the world has been ended 5 times, according to AZTEC mythology. Humanity gets to survive, and he gets Tezcatlipochtli's sacrifices, and if Quetzalcoatl loses, his champion doesn't succeed, Tezcatlipochtli's, I'm going to keep saying that wrong, basically, if he loses, Tezcatlipochtli gets all of Quetzalcoatl's blood sacrifices, as well as is able to restart humanity again, aka just kill everyone. And this anime, you get used to it, but the animation, at least in the very beginning, is very cheap. At least it feels cheap. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, I can do better. Fuck no. But it is something where you're looking at it and you're like, yeah, this is like cheaper animation. I do think it gets better as it progresses, and like I think it makes up for it with character design, stuff like that, because when these Aztec gods appear, it's actually really cool. But also this, like, I'll say this, like, a few things. One, like, the main character, he's cool, but I'm also pretty sure he's a girl. I'm sure the voice actress is a girl who voices him. But, like, I'm just listening to the voice. I'm like, you can't tell me that's a... Like, I'm not saying, like, guys can't have feminine voices or anything like that. But literally looking, I'm like, that's a chick. I'm like, that's a woman. That's a girl. And again, I'm not trying to be sexist or trans or anything like that. But yeah, I'm like, that voice doesn't fit him. I don't think. I don't know. But basically, you follow this kid with while he's also being led kind of by Tezcatlipochtli's servant, Yodel, who's very angry Piccolo dad, kind of. And they basically meet their own characters and slowly build a team where you beat 2 twins who are really good at that one game that I thought was fake in El Dorado, but turns out it was actually a game, I think, that AZTEC played. And like it's I don't know, it's always weird when I watch an anime or even like something like Final Fantasy, whatever, which one it is. In Kingdom Hearts, he's Waka has a ball and like that's his attack move. And I don't know. It's always weird to make a ball a weapon, but yeah, like each group, you have the main character, which I don't remember his name. He has a stone. He has a dagger that's alive that feed it blood. It becomes a sword. You have Yaddle, who's an emissary of the gods, sent by Takeshi Bochi to help him because he wants to keep his interest in shit. I don't fucking. Then you have let's see, the twins with the ball, which they believe they're ancient twins that fought against some god in like in a legend. They're like, oh yeah, that's us, and it's like, really? And I'm like, all right. I think the myth that they're talking about might actually be referencing Quetzalcoatl and his brother Xolotl, which I was waiting for him to appear. When he did appear eventually, I'm like, oh! And then when they find out what happened, I'm like, oh! Because Quetzalcoatl, one badass serpent god, and he's one of the ancient gods of protecting humanity, which I always love. And also, weird note, but like obviously, snakes, at least in Catholicism, are usually seen as bad omens, and is just a symbol of the devil. Cool connection. Quetzalcoatl is the symbol. His sun is represented by the star Venus, in the morning time being the morning star, which is also what they reference the devil by, which also both snakes and completely different religions, completely different look at it. Devil, evil, Quetzalcoatl is the only one protecting humanity, really. I just wanted to show, it's cool seeing those things. It's like the flood, flood myths being a Native American thing, but then also being like Gilgamesh and all this other stuff. It's like, I'd like to believe there is I believe there's some draw over between, but anyways, Aztecs, really damn cool. The anime is really cool, and it for me, it took me back. I didn't watch it every week. I watched it when they were all out, and I just binge watched it. The anime reminded me a lot of old 4Kids. Watching anime on 4Kids, and I don't mean that the it's bad. No, I mean the story is obviously point A to point B. Learning, a character needs to learn to grow. Twins. There's a girl who's like a priest, who's kind of like their healer but has wings, and then you have the huntress girl who was at the town that got consumed by whatever, and she has some dark power, there's some curse or whatever. But basically, watching this anime again, it reminded me of those 4Kids, like watching I don't know, One Piece or something like that. It's so it's kind of old fashioned, but it's good. But also hold on, sorry, back. But where was it? But it just reminded me of those older animes, and also again the animation, for better or worse, reminded me of Devilman Crybaby, which I didn't really like. Oh cool, I don't know, a character dies, oh wow, I didn't really care about that character, the animation's kind of shit. I'm I don't know, to me, I didn't like the animation. I a lot of people apparently liked it a lot, and it really was really big. I didn't like it. But I'll say this, again, whatever faults the animation has, again, character design, it makes up for it very well. Except for maybe the main character. The main character, I don't know, he feels more out of place, I think, kind of. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the character design of him. He feels a little out of place. He feels too modern for this Aztec world. And also, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of references to mythology. With at one point they just teleport to a place where there's people with wings, and I'm like, all right. They go kind of the gods of Egypt route of, okay, we're just we're not even trying to say oh, this is this timeline. We're just saying oh no, straight Aztecs, straight Aztec kind of timeline. Kind of again, gods of Egypt. Okay, here's Egypt, and then on the flip side, because the Earth is a coin, there's the underworld. It's it's kind of like that kind of thing, where it's okay, just bird people exist. All right. What is it? Oh, bird people exist. All right. The Olmecs have God killing rocks. All right, well, how did humans make God killing rocks? Okay, whatever. And also, like, it is the kind of thing, at least for me, where I'm just like, I get it. Yeah, you have gods, like, beings that are worshipped, but at least for me, like, there's always, like, a layer of God. There's gods, which are, like, the top of the top, you know, all-powerful beings. Then there's, like, kind of gods, which I would assume, like, the Aztec gods, at least for me, would be kind of where it's like, yeah, they're super powerful and can kind of, like, tap into that ultimate power, but they are, like, oh, yeah, we need blood sacrifices to stay in power or will die. And it's just like, yeah, there's, at least for me, there's always tiers of different gods. At least like that. And like, these are more of the second tier. But still, they're still freaking powerful and epic. And Quetzalcoatl is freaking badass. Also, there's cool things like when they possess certain bodies to like appear before their followers. Though it is weird because by the very end, we see that they can take on a physical form. And I'm just like, why did you possess this one child and like slowly deteriorate him with your godlike power? And I'm just like, why? Or have these jaguars suddenly just start eating each other to then break apart, then form into some kind of weird ass battle? Like, why? Why is that a thing? I do like, again, like the blood kind of technology with like the sword or just summoning the gods. Like, oh yeah, cut myself a little. There, that. Also, I will say, like, this all kind of starts with, like, the main character's sister being, like, sacrificed. And the weird thing is, like, they're going to make a sacrifice to try to appease the gods or whatever. And the sister's trying to talk to her brother. Like, look, everything's going to be, oh. And then the priest just slit her throat mid-sentence. I'm like, fucker, you wouldn't get, I would, that priest would not have made it off of that. Which, again, same thing with, like, El Dorado, which, like, El Dorado, I didn't think those giant sacrificial pits were a thing, but I guess they are. But yeah, that priest wouldn't have made it off that altar. I would have tackled him off of that altar and killed him with me. I'm like, yeah, no, we're all dead. Fuck you. But like, they throw a lot of stuff at you in season 1, which I feel like maybe it should have spread out a little more. Like, you have the main character and her sister, like, I think it's their dad or it's someone who protected them, but then they sold them off to some other guy. There's the guy who basically then gets them sacrificed. I'm like, what? I don't care about that guy. Fuck him. Their stepdad. I don't know. The guy who sold them. I'm like, or the guy who gave them to be sacrificed. I'm like, fuck you. Those guys, but like. That's like, things happen really fast. Like, main character falls into the pit, hits her head, some reason is affected by the gate and gives him green eyes that say, you're cursed, demons are gonna chase you. And then it's like, again, bird people. You have what was it? Bird people. You have the stepdads. This stepdad might be dead, may not be dead. You have like the backstory with this one goddess that we have to go push everything like in one episode real quick. We have Xolotl is now this thing now, but it probably remembers, but probably doesn't. And I don't know. It was like they shoved a lot of shit. They shoved a lot of it into the story, even like if it didn't make sense or like it's just set up for later on. But it to me, I'm just like, why did you do that? Like that doesn't. It makes me feel like, what the hell? Like, why are there bird people? Like they're bird people, but no one questions why there are bird people. I'm just like, I would have some questions. And like, there's some things where it's like, okay, yeah, the past humans are now monkeys. Why? Because the ancient gods are fucking assholes. Aztec gods are fucking assholes, except for Quetzalcoatl and I think Xolotl. And it's just random shit like that. I'm just like, what? Like, it kind of goes by so fast. But again, it is pretty damn cool when it picks up. There's the whole kind of story with, like, Yodel becoming kind of like the dad of the main character. I like the blood spell was another way of the blood technology. And it's a cool show. I like it. I want to see season 2, especially with, like, what's hinted at and everything at the end. But by God, like, there's some shit where it's like, they just throw shit at you. I'm like, calm the hell down, or at least explain yourself a little bit. Because Because again, I want to know more about the bird people. Why do they have wings? What is that about? Is that just part of some kind of mythology? Is that just something that's just there? Like what? But like certain things that we probably like, oh, why does the main character have red wings and like shit like that? Yeah, whatever. And yeah, sure, whatever. I didn't even really recognize what other color wings the other people were, but like yeah, red wings. Okay, I'm guessing she killed someone or absorbed their chi, whatever. But yeah, the show is fun. The show is cool. I would recommend it. It's very bloody, which yeah, you kind of have to be bloody for an AZTEC show. But it is just kind of like, what the hell are you doing at some points? Or like, why? And again, like, it's, again, for me, again, like, the Tears of God. It's like, okay, these guys need blood sacrifices, but also there are weapons that can kill them. It's like, if you're a god, why the hell would you make something that would kill you? And it's because, like, there's different tiers. It's not primordial gods, which are all-powerful. They're, like, sub-gods. I don't know. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoy this. So what you guys think. Yeah, I really like this show. I like the AZTEC things and all that stuff, and I definitely want to see season 2. But by God, like, there's just so much, like, oh my God, come on. But anyways, thanks for watching the videos. Happy 2021, and we will see you later.